In healthcare education conferences, the psychological demands placed on organizers and participants have grown dramatically, creating conditions where generative AI becomes not just useful but necessary. Human attention is a limited cognitive resource, as established by Herbert Simon, who argued that a wealth of information creates a poverty of attention. Cognitive load theory further shows that when tasks exceed working memory capacity, performance and learning decline. A common challenge in conferences with expanding sessions, abstracts, and interactions. Generative AI tools help reduce this extraneous load, allowing participants and organizers to focus on meaningful engagement. In addition, our agency is enhanced when AI reduces friction, accelerates routine processes, and supports more efficient decision-making. Rather than diminishing human control, well-designed AI systems can enable participants and organizers to operate with greater clarity, competence, and autonomy. These intertwined constructs help explain why the deliberate increase in generative AI use is not merely a technological upgrade, but a psychological intervention that supports human capability in a cognitively demanding environment. But conferences are not only psychologically demanding environments, they are also social systems shaped by norms, roles, and collective expectations. As generative AI tools enter these settings, they begin to reorganize how people interact, coordinate, and participate. From a sociological perspective, technologies do not simply support existing workflows, they reshape them, becoming part of what sociotechnical systems theorists describe as the evolving interplay between human actors, institutional structures, and technological tools. When AI assists with categorizing abstracts, generating questions, or facilitating registration, it alters the division of labor and redistributes responsibilities across the conference community. Over time, these shifts crystallize into new social norms. What begins as an optional experiment quickly becomes an expected and legitimate part of conference participation. As more attendees adopt these tools, network effects amplify their value, reinforcing the perception that AI-supported engagement is both efficient and socially endorsed. Role expectations also change. Moderators rely on AI-generated questions, organizers depend on AI-assisted scheduling, and participants increasingly view AI as a private companion for navigating complex academic spaces. In this way, the integration of generative AI is not merely a technical enhancement, but a sociological transformation, reshaping how conference communities coordinate knowledge, interact with one another, and define what it means to participate fully in a modern academic gathering. In healthcare education conferences, generative AI is not only a technical aid, but a cultural force that reshapes how communities create meaning, perform rituals, and understand their own practices. Anthropology reminds us that tools become extensions of human identity, and AI now functions as part of the conference's cultural toolkit, mediating how participants navigate programs and engage with one another. As these practices stabilize, they form new cultural scripts that redefine what it means to participate in an academic gathering, transforming registration, Q&A, and session interaction into hybrid human-AI rituals. Beyond functionality, the visible presence of AI carries symbolic weight, signaling a shift toward a future in which conferences operate as sites of hybrid intelligence rather than purely human performance. In 2014, the Innovations in Healthcare Education Research Annual Conference was established. The IHER conference was a single-day in-person meeting which included traditional presentation formats such as a plenary session, oral presentation sessions, and a paper poster session. Over the next 5 years, we added workshops and Pecha Kucha sessions, with the latter replaced by Ignite sessions in 2019 due to trademark issues. In 2020, the pandemic forced the conference to transition online, and it increased in length until it reached its current duration of 3 days. The conference adopted a hybrid approach in 2023, but it is primarily online due to ease of access. The last 5 years allowed us to add panel sessions, roundtables, fireside chats, world cafes, campfire sessions, and fish bowls. In January 2021, the conference organizers became aware of the utility of language models, but they were not ready for public release. We used the Virbela virtual reality program to immerse participants more fully in the conference environment. While technically a success, pandemic fatigue lowered participation. After the release of OpenAI GPT 3.5 in November of 2022, we wanted to reduce cognitive load of categorizing presentations for distribution across the conference. In addition, questions for moderators of oral presentation sessions could be generated to optimize the interactions of participants in each session. In 2024, the Zoom AI Companion was integrated into sessions to give participants private inquiries and responses about the session and provide meeting summaries, although the latter had to be edited for some basic grammar issues. By 2025, the OpenAI GPT agent successfully registered a small number of participants in a pilot. In 5 months, we will use the newest version of Zoom AI Companion to create cross-session summaries, and GPT 5.2 will optimize our schedule for content and presentation format. In 2025, GPT 4.0 generated 10 categories from 90 abstract titles for oral presentations for distribution across 5 sessions. A 52% increase in registration occurred from 2024 to 2025, and 49% of registrants are from outside MCW. 81% of sessions are delivered with Zoom, and its AI companion gave participants real-time private feedback and generated questions for presenters from participants and moderators. Mean registration time 9.0 minutes. In conclusion, generative AI agents and chatbots effectively assisted with program organizing, participant feedback, and conference registration. Thank you for your time and attention. Any questions or comments can be directed to the IHR conference email, iHearConferenceemcw.edu.